Hey everyone, this is Julieta from Avid Sports Medicine, and I'd like to chat with you guys about specifically what is mobility training. I hear that term thrown out quite a bit, and most people seem to think it means how flexible you are. Incorrect, okay? So time out on that one. So we're going to talk about mobility training. Mobility training is strength training. I'll say that one more time. Mobility training is strength training. It's just within the range of motion that you have and then range of motion that you want to increase, right? So for example, let's just throw one out there, okay? If we're lifting our arm into shoulder flexion, right? So we're getting up there, okay? This is about where I end. I have to work a little harder to get that higher, right? So that's my range of motion. Now, can I press something under load heavy in that position, right? So that's what we're talking about, is having the strength within a range, right, all the way through. And so when people get injured, right, they usually get injured somewhere in from their mid range to their end range because they lack the resiliency and strength within that range of motion. So we do a lot of mobility training here at Avid, specifically focusing at the joint level, right? So this is a shoulder, okay, there's your collarbone there. Here's your shoulder. You'll see that this is basically your rotator cuff, and this is a great example because you'll see the muscle tissue nice and red, then you'll see the tendinous tissue not as red, not as much blood flow there, right? When you're talking about increasing your joint range of motion, okay, you have to make this stuff, the white stuff or the connective tissue, a lot more resilient. Most people focus on the muscle tissue or the bigger muscles like biceps, triceps, chest, but we forget about all these tiny tendons that connect the muscle to the bone. And when we get a little deeper past the tendon, now we get into the capsule, which is some thick fibrous tissue that holds it all together. That capsule can be expanded, it can be made stronger, it can be made more resilient through specific type of mobility, aka strength training. So I wanted to throw that out there to you guys. I wanted to talk why that's important, because most injuries happen because of connective tissue disorders or not having enough resiliency at the joint level. And then somewhere along the road you get this tendinitis, right? You've heard that several times, tendinopathy, where now the tendon becomes overworked, overstressed. It doesn't have the same integrity that it did before, and we have to retrain that tissue to increase its capacity. And so that's what mobility training is. So if you have any questions, hit us up. We're more than happy to preach mobility training to the masses. So I just wanted to throw that out there to all of you all.